Well, guys, how's she going today? It's like 2:30, quarter to 3 in the afternoon. It's finally dry enough that we can do this. It's this morning it was so goddamn foggy you couldn't see 100 yards in front of your face. Like from the house we could not see our hay yard, and it's less than 100 yards to the hay yard from the house. So yeah, it was nuts and wet, like really wet because of that heavy fog. What's that mean? Moisture in 3 months, 90 days, three and a half months. So we're gonna work at getting the rest of this field cut down here today. I was playing with the interior of the combine. Should see some big changes of that thing here right away. I should have took friggin' pictures of it, and I never even thought of it until just now. But whatever, we'll take pictures of what it looks like now. And I'll show you guys what we did so far. And then we'll definitely be putting it out there as to what we're gonna do to the combine as time goes on. A little bit of lodging going on here. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. We're gonna keep cutting here. All this low water area. There's some green oats. There's lots of weeds. Hawk just caught herself a gopher or a big fat mouse. It's lodging all through this area. Makes it hard to friggin' swath when it's like this. And then you get into that stuff, the water run where everything flooded out. Cut it all and bale it all. All the straws getting baled off of these fields. So yeah, we can friggin' utilize all of this stuff regardless. And where there is oats, like right here, because of the weeds and that little tiny bit of oats, I'm just going to bale it. I'm not even going to bother putting the combine header down for that area. It's not worth it. Anywho, I'll bring you guys back when we get past all these water runs and shit. Talk to you later. Well, we're still clipping along here, guys and gals. There is some areas where it's a little lighter. And as I'm cutting, I'm looking at it going, what the hell, right? Like right here. I don't know why. But it's still a pretty decent crop. But I'm looking at it and I'm looking through the plants, and it's like a shitload of them are broke off and the heads are the opposite friggin' direction. They're broke off like halfway up or halfway down, whatever you want to call it. Still getting a pretty good swath even through the light stuff, but lots are broke off. I don't know why they're broke off the way they are. Did a downpouring of rain cause them to break? I suppose that's a possibility. Almost like a flash dumping, almost like a hailstorm. Only with hail, you usually have some wind, and that's what causes things to break really bad. But yeah, it looks a little funny because it's just every now and again, like right through here, this area right in the middle, it's a little lighter, and there's lots of broken stems partway part way up, halfway up, 3/4 of the way up. But whatever. For where it's really heavy, definitely makes up for the areas where it's a little lighter. And it's a hell of a lot better crop than what my barley is. So I'm, at this point, considering what we have done to this field this year, like just to spray it, put the seed in the ground, no fertilizer, no in-crop spraying, nothing like that, about as cheap as you can get next to organic, I'm pretty goddamn happy with the way it turned out. And this field right here is going to be barley next year, unless CP and I have a discussion over the winter and we change our mind and decide to put wheat in. But at this point, this field is slated for barley. Let's keep rocking, let's keep cutting. We got lots to do yet, so I'll bring you guys back a little later. Alrighty guys, well, there she is. She's all chopped down. She's a done deal. And so we're leaving a good 6 inches of stubble, in areas more, some areas a little less, but on average it's a good 6 plus. There's a lot of product out here. I'm pretty happy with it. Can't complain. And that slough right there, we'll come back and I'll chop it down with a haybine. The other ones, there's that one out there, but there really isn't much in it. It's just weeds. I may just leave it for and work it in when I work the rest of the field. The plan is to fertilize this field this fall, put the disc in it and disc that fertilizer into the ground. That way I don't have to worry about putting the fertilizer down next year. But yeah, she looks pretty good to me. The color is off a little bit as far as I'm concerned for the oats. It's really dark. But I don't know. We'll see what it's like once we run the big Sassy Massey 750 through her. We'll leave her sit for a few days. It'll probably be a week before we start with the combine, because all the little bit of green stuff that's in here, and there's a pile of green stuff in that barley. I want it to all dry down real good. Anywho, CP phoned me and said supper is pretty much ready to rock and roll for whenever I get home. So, and well, you don't get to be a fat bastard by not eating your supper, right? So I'm gonna head home and eat my supper. And when I say green, I'm talking shit like this. I want that to be dried down. Anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Talk to you all later.
Sabrina can pick them.
She'll come tomorrow and get them, right?
Are you videotaping me?
Yep. Old CP has been busy expanding her flower beds. Picked some stones, put some dirt down. Her beans are doing awesome. While we were gone on our 4-day holiday, something got into the corn and trampled a couple of the plants. Moles and voles is our biggest problem this year and last year. All of these taters out here See how they died off? Moles and voles. Or voles. That's what's chewing on all the taters. Look at this. See that? It's all chewed on bad. Bastards. They're killing our garden off. And the tomato plants are enormous. And we do have tomatoes coming. But nothing wants to turn green. Or red, I mean. They don't want to blush out. See that? They're just green. Green, green, green. The carrots are coming up, but the cucumbers are expanded over top of them. There's carrots all through here. The peppers are growing like crazy. They're doing really good. There's lots of peppers on those plants over there. And the cucumbers are really taking off. We got cucumbers coming out of our hoo-hoo now. Little one right there. Look at here. Right there. That's a cucumber. That's not a zucchini. There's another one here. We got cucumbers for everybody. Lots here. That big bastard there, that's a transgender cucumber. It's one for a transgender, that one. You can shove it up their ass. They're transgender. Lots of millennial cucumbers here. I think if they're into that kind of thing. Another big bastard over there. There's a pile of fucking cucumbers in here. Time to start eating cukes. The onions are doing fantastic. Can't see them. But they're big. They're popping out of the ground. They're so big. Now, here's a cucumber for somebody. Look at the size of that sucker. They're huge. The peppers. There's all kinds of peppers growing here. Gonna start weighing the plants down. But anyway, that's CP's garden. It's doing really good. We're really happy with it. Outside of the potatoes and the tomatoes. Tomatoes, there's lots of them, but they don't want to turn red. And I think it's because the bush is too big and too close together. And that's why they won't blush out. I think they call it blush out. Oh, there is a couple. Right there. 3. 1, 2, 3 that turned red. The rest of them, look at them, they're all green. And I think it's because the plants are too thick. So, I don't know. I'm not a garden person. Anywho, see you guys tomorrow.